So, welcome to the first stream for the second season of Summer of Double. For people tuning in that don't know what this is, every 2 weeks I open up a submission form for submitting 4-panel double charts for me to play on stream, and this is the first stream of this year's iteration. We are so back. This first round has a really strong start with 24 charts and 14 unique submitters. As always, this stream wouldn't be possible without everyone submitting their charts, so I want to give a huge thanks to everyone that submitted, as well as everyone tuning into this stream today. If you wanted to submit but didn't get a chance to, or didn't hear about this event until after submissions closed, that's perfectly fine. This event is running all summer long, just like last year, and there will be more opportunities to submit charts. A little after the stream is done, I'll be opening up the next period submission form, and that'll be another 2-week time frame for people to make and submit charts. I gather them up, get them ready to play, and then another stream will happen just like this one. So let's get into it. The way it works is that submitters chose either to get feedback or not for this stream. I just condensed it down. I figured it would be a little bit easier from the non-feedback, light, general, and then heavy in depth, and just a simple yes no this time around. But yeah, I haven't seen any of these charts, so these will all be sight reads, and afterwards I might give it another full playthrough or move on to giving feedback where I can, depending on what was picked in the form. I encourage discussion in the chat as well, because it's not just me that should be talking about these charts. I want everyone to talk about them and give their thoughts as well. And one last thing is that I looked at the difficulty spread. This time around, we have 1 8, 3 9s, 3 10s, 5 11s, 5 12s, 4 13s, 2 14s, and 1 15. So I got my work cut out for me. Let's get into it. And then before I play anything, I'll just go over the preview music for each one. I might need to also switch shoes later on, just depending on the friction. Anyway, make sure I see the chat as well.
Call a paramedic. I can't speak it all. Phonetic made me for. Get every word cuz like that's a lot of letters. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. Meet me at the
Hashtag Jesus Club. It says 32, but the density graph tells a different story. I think this is going to be the first one I played because I think this is the only 8. Okay, it doesn't transliterate the chart description, I guess. I don't know. I don't think you can. Scared of this one. So I was told this is not a DDR rating. It's a good chart name. I'm probably gonna get turbo owned by the speed gimmicks. If it's anything like the 2D Extra, which I don't know at all. So now that we're done with the previews, let me pull up the order real quick. Alrighty. I think we're good to go. So let's just get into it. Also, yo, thanks, Fuzzy Squirrel, with the subscription. Very much appreciated. The double shirts are also very much appreciated. I'm also going to be playing all of these on Mod. And not autoplay. Yeah, I can't really think of much to say. Feels pretty solid for an 8. Like, honestly, C is probably saying more than I can think to say about it. Like, it just feels solid for an 8. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. Let's see, so the first... Yeah, I can, like, go back to practice mode. I don't know like which measure it would be. Or just like maybe the whole intro. Yeah, the audio could definitely be better for listening to the music. That's something I'd really very much need to look into, unfortunately. And I'm sure the fans are not doing any favors either. That's pretty good. This note might need to be moved down, like 1/16. So I'm not hearing like a 16th here at all, like in any part of the music. And there's pretty pronounced percussion in this whole section, I think. The instrument that the steps are following seems a little slurred, so I guess it's, in terms of like quantization, so I guess it's like open to interpretation as to like where you put the steps. Like it's one of those things that are just like, feels like there's multiple okay answers for it. Yeah, that's all I got. So. Hope I helped out a little bit. I hope people in chat helped out a little bit as well. Yeah, that's probably for the best. That might like get a little overwhelming for a lower and an 8 at that. Okay, so next one we got. Hi, Hunter. was fun. I enjoyed the movement for sure. I think the only thing I was like not sure about is like the very beginning. Like this feels like a little bit of a abrupt setup from like this to this, but maybe that's just me. I'm also thinking about like the full one edge to the other edge movement. I guess this is consistent, like it just only utilizes the ups here, and then same over here, only utilizing the ups back, and then only the downs for that one. I don't know if you would want to make it easier. Like, to me, if you want to make it easier, you would change like this to a down, or this one to a down, or these two to ups, so that like you're not pivoting as you fully transition. Like, so if this was up, for example, you would just kind of go diagonally down without moving or like pivoting, so like just that. Like this instead of like this. Again, though, that's just like a if you want to thing. It's just like, it's not objectively wrong. Or like, you know, it's just kind of what you want to do with the pattern. So, yeah, Hunter, inner brackets is basically just like the inner corners. Anything that makes your feet point inward like this. So like, this would be an inward bracket right here. These two are the big things. It's just not comfortable. Like this bracket, it's not like it's completely illegal, but you would want to like play it as if you were playing it on single, if you were going to use it like just over here basically with your right foot, and then the same thing over to the left with your left foot. These are like, it's doable, it's just uncomfortable. But yeah, that's all I have for this chart. Really fun. It's a good movement trainer, for sure. Yeah, that's another big thing. Like, a good rule of thumb to just simplify it is brackets that make your feet point away from the center are typically easier. Like, away from the center, assuming that you are yourself in the center. So like, these are fine. These are fine. This is kind of sus. I'm impressed that I did that. What the fuck? Okay. But yeah, you know what I mean, right? Like, these two as well. I think this is less of an issue than, like, the inner one. But that's just me, maybe. Yeah, anyway. So let's go on to the next 9, which is Gimme. I got so aggro at the end, holy shit. I was kind of iffy on like the swing jump that I think right here. But it happened later on in the chart as well, at kind of the same point musically, so like, it's consistent. I was like worried it was going to be a one-off. But the ending seems like a difficulty spike. It seems like kind of out of place. There's also a rhythm that was kind of weird, I think. I think it was before this part, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, okay, it was that. I'm not sure what that's going to. I feel like this triplet should just be on the 8th. So it's like da 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 instead of like da 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 da. I don't think there's anything there musically on that triplet. I definitely get what you're going for here. It's just that given the rest of the chart, it might be a little bit out of place. In a vacuum, I kind of like this. That jump is a little rude as well. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is straight up just the double step. So it'll be like, and then you have to double step from here to here to make it resolve for that hold. I think if you wanted to keep everything, you could just change the parity starting with this jump. You might even be able to just like one side mirror this entire thing up to the hold. But yeah, this is for sure a double step. Other than like just in general, the ending, I think this is pretty fun. It's pretty solid. Okay, I think that's all I got. And this is going to be, I think, the last round. Okay. That was fun, like, just chill 8th notes the whole time. Pretty... Well, I was gonna say pretty movement heavy, but, like, it's more than usual, but, like, not to an egregious amount. Let's see. I want to find out. Okay, so this is where the double step stuff starts. Like, and I think at some point there was like an unintended one after that section. I want to find it real quick. Yeah, I think... Hold on. Because I think this is the intent, right? Like, to anchor on the quarter note holds and then double step on the 8ths, like... But, like, when you get to here, that's when we run into trouble. Because you do this, and then you double step here again, but then you're kind of, led to believe that you should double step again into this, and then that, like, doesn't resolve. So I think that needs to be fixed. If you want to, like, I guess maybe get rid of the jack here and then mirror these, like these 5 notes. That's all I can think of. Yeah, I think that was just going to be my next thing I was going to talk about, like, to extend all of these to the 8, like, the next 8th note, so that the double stepping is more clear. Presumably that's what you were going for, right? Like, the double stepping with the holds. I also like this a lot. Oh wait, no, that was just being lazy. Let's see. This might just be like a personal preference thing, but also like, while I do really like patterns like this, I would maybe suggest for the second half of it, to flip this up and this down, so it's down and then up. So that way, like, you're kind of going in like a Mobius strip pattern, plus like, when you're doing the 180 like this, your, I guess, trailing to leading foot is in front, which is way less awkward than like when it's in back like that. So it'd be, instead of that, it would be something like this. personally think that flows better. Just my thoughts. Is that what they're called, Travoltas? Yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully that helps and provided some insight. That also does it for the 9s. So now we're in the 10s. Hashtag Jesus Club. Great. I can't believe that's how this remix started. Okay. That is so aggro for its head. Hashtag Jesus Club. When am I going to start hearing this remix in the Wingstops? It's okay, I don't order from there, I just pick up for deliveries. But also, yeah, what man said. Don't make me get the badge. Evan knows. I feel like, what is it? If you're trying to like keep it a 10, the ending third or so might be too much. Oh man, this chat just went off the rails. This stream just went off the rails. But yeah, I think the one thing I'm like worried about is just not being in position for the brackets. At least one column in position, at least. Like, triplets is fine, I think. But then, like, I think later on... I guess it's a good, like, progression of difficulty and, like, iterating on it. Yeah, like, this eighth note to this eighth note is pretty rude. But, like, also remembering C's last measure funny rule. I think overall it's probably too dense to be called a 10. And, like, people who are looking for 10s just might eat shit on this if they're bad at brackets. Wait, was there? Hold on. Was there foot switching in this chart? I don't even remember. I guess, like, these count as foot switches. Yeah, because I don't recall any, like, one-note foot switches. The ones on the side on the upper corners are kind of eh. Like, I get it for just the sake of differing on iterations, but it's still pretty hard to hit. Like, you have to swing so much to hit those. It's one of those, like, it works, but at what cost? I really like this, though. It's an easy enough pattern to remember, at least for me. I thought that there wasn't going to be another one. The cost is Jesus. It's true. But yeah, I guess I'm just like, for a 10, I'm worried about the density in the back half, and then also some of the motions going from, like, a completely unrelated column to bracket. So, like that. I like the ideas of this one for sure. Have we found our ITL 27 bracket 11 for double? Also, God, I love the banner too. It's very good. 207. Back before music was invented. That's wild. Oh, why did I... Hold on, I'm stupid. For some reason I have this down as a 10. It's definitely not a 10. Let me move that. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the next song. Y'all can discuss amongst yourselves. Oh, spins? There's spins in the signal. Oh, I think it may have been a double step. Maybe? I actually don't know. Because it, like, resolved again. Presuming this is, like, supposed to be a, I guess, faithful remix of the single 10? I don't know if I've ever seen the 10, actually. So, like, I'm trying to determine if, like, the 16th bursts that go, like, what is it? I'm trying to find an example now. Yeah, stuff like this. I'm trying to determine if it's like too much of a spike in movement. It's probably fine because it's like it's 125. Okay, so like, this is what I was wondering. Because like, you get set up for the hold like this. So, are you supposed to... Because like, it resolves afterward. Like at the very end, I think. Okay, so like, I guess you're just unintentionally backwards here. Oh, wait. Hold on. I just noticed that this extends to here, so this is a intentional double step, I guess. You're supposed to like hit the same, or hit these two notes with the same foot. Yeah, I figured the spins were intentional. I don't know, spins are like kind of just a vibe thing. If it's like something like ITL, then no one's probably gonna do that, but like, if you're playing it for fun, then sure, why not? Let's see. I guess... Huh. I don't know how you would fix this. Let's see. I guess if you like wanted to, you can make this left side down a hold for a quarter note over to here. If you don't want to like change any steps, basically. So you just go and then double step into the hold. That's probably the easiest way to fix it. Yeah, the only things that were really, like, maybe remotely questionable were just, like, the bursts that go from, like, one of the ups to the center like this in the span of an eighth note. But, like, again, that's probably just whatever. Because you're just kind of flowing with the 16th bursts anyway.
She's always a big liability. Let's talk to a guy too. Is that her ex?
This is also a cute pattern. I'm a fan of this. Yeah, I don't know if I have much else to say about it. Seems pretty solid. Maybe like a hard 10. I don't think it's an easy 10. Just given the, I guess, general density and like movement involved. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of to say about it. I don't think the spins are too much. To like directly answer the question. It's fine. It's fine. So I guess that already does it for the 10, so. Also, yeah, no problem. So now we're in the 11s, which, this is the first one. Question mark tech. Well, that is a lot. Whew. Nice white cat. I have a feeling that, like, this BPM, like, territory, like around the 170s or so, 170s, 180s, is like where a lot of people seem to not understand how much momentum is required for full head transitions at that speed. Where was it? Yeah, like this right here. Because, like, I'll slow it down to like 140-ish. And, like, you'll see how much it still is at 140. The saving grace, I think, about it is that it doesn't make you turn for it. There's maybe like a handful of people that are gonna hit that. Let's see. I think small 16% are fine at this speed for this difficulty, but like you have to be really careful about it. And like basically just concentrate the movement in the 8ths rather than the 16ths. Like I think something like this is still fine. Either this or like keep it anchored on the right foot. Because this is very minimal movement, I think it's okay. This is getting a little dicey with that much of a movement for your left foot from this to this. It's going forward though, which is better than going backward, at least to me. Like, this is way less jerky of a motion than if I were to go to the down instead. Like, just, you can kind of see how much my hips and like torso area are moving, like, not much, right? But if it's the other way around, I have to utilize my heel, and that like makes me jerk my like left side way more to be like perpendicular with the pads. I think it's because like I just try and use my front of the foot, so like I don't have to move as much here, but like going backward, it's kind of the same thing we were talking about with like inner brackets, where this is kind of like uncomfy-ish because you're utilizing your heel in the back. I don't know, maybe it's hard to explain, but like if this was kept in, I would definitely prefer a forward motion to a backward motion. It's kind of the same on single as well. Like for any candle, I am much more comfy with down to up than up to down. And this is like kind of a candle equivalent on double, without being directly one. Anyway, it is still kind of a lot of movement at that speed though. I'm not, I guess like same kind of deal with this jump here, where it's just like, you jump and then like immediately go into this. I guess it's not as bad with eighth notes, but it still seemed a little bit out of place. Maybe like a step jump with the same notes, or like the leading eighth note in one of the same columns as the jump was. Might make it better. And then yeah, this again with just bypassing the other center to get like a jerky movement to the left. It's just a lot of things in this are very hard for an 11. And like they really stick out. Like mostly just these kinds of things. And then the stuff in the intro and outro, like these runs. Actually, I do think this is a different pattern from the first iteration, because it does make you turn here. So like, you're facing right on the right side and then left on the left side. Whereas in the first iteration, you face left the entire time, or sorry, face right the entire time. Going right, still facing right. I would maybe I don't know, like I would at the very least constrict it to the middle six if you're wanting to keep that small like burst run. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, that's mostly what I have to say about it. The 8s are fun. And like a lot of the 16s are fun. It's just it has like some big difficulty spikes, like the intro and outro first. And then a few of the 16s. And that's another one that's like really hard to hit cleanly. This one. Yeah. Anything that like puts you from like the middle to the sides while skipping the other middle, or vice versa. That's just something to keep in mind a lot to ask movement-wise from the player. It's good in certain situations. I just don't know about like at this speed. Yeah, that's all I can think to say about it. Thank you for the submission. Got another 8 chart. Whoa. Flams. Yeah, the flams were so good. I don't know if I have much to say about that. I did see like one thing near the end, because like all the mines are queuing foot switches, or like, you know, foot switches into jumps, so like this would be the foot switch. There was one that I don't know was actually a foot switch. I want to see if I could find it. Yeah, right there. I'm not sure what that was. So I don't think... Yeah, I didn't foot switch anything. It kind of just naturally went into the jump step. Yeah, that's really the only thing that caught my eye. Everything else I think was pretty good. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. That sounds about right. I don't feel like you would have to change much at all. Yeah, that was fun. Like the moving flames like are really satisfying for sure. They're just impossible to time. My MDX. Yeah, it's double. Moving on. Should I play the edit after this? It's a hard 11. That was good. I think the only thing I really have to say about it is like, and it's a personal preference thing as well. So there's like this stretch movement. Like going with the rising vocals. I feel like I wanted it to happen again right here. Where is it? Like on these two notes specifically where the vocal rises up in pitch. Okay, so let me see. Kind of closing it down. Do you have like a measure or like a general place where that happened? Oh, like stuff like this? Talking about? Oh, from like, so for this iteration, like, this to this. I think it feels natural. It doesn't feel like weird or strenuous. That's probably okay. I mean, with it down, it's not even also that much different. Yeah, I think it's okay. Because, like, I think the reason it feels okay is because, like, the turning is, like, kind of easing into it from the right side or the left side into the center and going on the opposite side. So, like, you're facing outward and then you're kind of already set up going to the other side. Like if it was the other way around, so like like if it was like this to this, that might be a problem. Because with middle brackets, I always try to like point my foot upward, just away from the center. So like this or this, and never like this or like this. Unless you're doing, I guess, crossover bracket funnies like, was it Ouya from last year? Oh. Yeah, I think that's all I could really think to say. There's a few sixteenths, but like, they're tasteful enough. They're like not the difficulty of the chart at all. Oh, best of luck. I'm sorry. Okay, so we actually got another C chart coming up. Anyway, hold on. I thought I was gonna play the edit. I'm not gonna say anything like feedback-wise about the edit. I'm just gonna play it. I should go to Stamina Conflict. You're right. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's probably why there's like chopping stock sound effects. That makes so much sense now. Okay, next one is In My System. Scary chart name.
Give me a break.
Oh shit. That's probably a 12. I mean, 9mm are also pretty hard. Thanks, me too. We're so back. I probably just read that wrong, honestly. Because I think I didn't do that foot switch properly. The one that's like right here. Feedback is, yeah, that's my feedback. This is a cool chart, but owie. And like, you have to be ready to schmoove. I don't dislike anything about the chart, it's just hard. I have a feeling that everyone's going to bracket tap these. That is the coward's way of doing it, though. I guess it just can't be helped, though. That is a lot. It's so hard to lift my foot up. Yeah, the kick switch is killing me. Yeah, I guess like only real piece of feedback is that it's a 12. And like, up to you if you want to change that part of it, or this part rather. What is the tech notation? Okay. I'm glad it's movement plus, because, oh boy. You really have to move for it. I see why the chart has this name as well. Okay, well, we have the last 11. I guess at some point Jim played this. I don't even know if this was released or not. Fun. Kind of reminded me, like, chart-wise and song-wise, of, like, early 2010s customs. Like, if there was a single equivalent of this, which... Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at the chart, artist name, Remixes Valix, maybe that is exactly what this was originally. It feels like it's from one of the earlier 4 Arrow adventures. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't know if I really have any complaints about that one. It's just nice, to the point, chart, knows what it's doing. And I guess like with remixes, you have like a baseline chart to go off of in terms of like just ideas and structure. So that probably helps out as well. Yeah, I don't remember, like, I'm sure I played it because I played East Epic 21, but I don't remember the single chart. Yeah, there was nothing that really stood out to me, I guess. in terms of like, oh, I want to talk about this. It was just like, I don't know, it was solid. But yeah, that makes sense. Well, that said, yeah, Good Faithful remix then. That is it for the 11s. Now we're into 12s. Let's see here. Oh boy. That strikes fear into me. Maybe that's maybe hard 12. I don't know. I would be okay calling it 12. Maybe it's very borderline. I think. I don't know. Just like basically the same sentiments I've had before about inner brackets. Like, this is kind of I mean, I hit it, but also The thing is, though, even though this is the same bracket I was talking about earlier, I think this one is fine, just because it's all the way on the left edge. So you're hitting it like this, and not like this. And then I think this one is an inner bracket. So like you're going from this to this to this. So like yeah, that's how the foot movement is going in terms of like angling. So yeah, you go from this, and then like what is it, 135 degrees to this. I do think if you just change it to the up instead, so like instead of left down, it's up, left up instead. So go like and I think it actually flows better that way if this was left up into this, because you're just doing like a, what is it? You're kind of set up for that like same direction-ish kind of thing instead of like going like this. You just go like, this is like a lot comfier. And this too is like, I don't know about that. I honestly wouldn't even mind if this bracket went to the outer, so left down instead of right down. Like, it's more stretchy, but like, the angle of your foot is way better. And you're set up way better for this as well. Yeah. I guess that's what I'm here for, to just be the guinea pig. Measure 39? I don't know if there's any others like that. This is also kind of, I'm not saying I just like this. I think it's cute, to be honest. Doing this movement and then into a break. Oops. Oh, okay, I see what happened. I think this just got up-down mirrored, it looks like, later on. Which doesn't really affect this part of it, because it's all one side, it's basically single. But then comes the problem when you're like pad transitioning and you're doing this bracket with the opposite foot that you normally would for single. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. It's just like, careful with inner bracket usage. But chart's cool otherwise, for sure. I had it enjoy. This one's ABC.
Someone call a paramedic. I can't speak it all, phonetic made me for. Get every word cut like that's a lot of...
I can't tell if this is how you censored it, or if this is just how the song is. Help. Oh, that was... hold on. I was expecting Jax there. Oops. Hey, I heard that. Well, yeah. I feel like I played the single equivalent of this at some point. It seemed to all flow fine, so... Also, yeah, that's hard for 12. Also trying to, like, compare it to what I just played. And I don't know what's harder. Oh, okay. I guess the ending does ramp up, huh? I don't know if I have much to say about it. It seems okay. It's like a difficulty jump in the ending, but like not to an egregious degree. Or wasn't really any patterns that like stood out as being like I don't know about that. They're just hard.
Someone call a paramedic. I can't speak at all, but that made me for. Get every word cut, like that's a lot of letters. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y.
Honestly, she's so real for this. So the next 12 is Crit Hit. Have I played this? I think I have before. Maybe a previous revision? I don't remember. That's very wide stance. I don't think 1/8's cutting it anymore. I don't think this is cutting it anymore. They have to just completely encroach the pad, like your left foot over here, and your right foot over here. And then just grip the pad, do a handstand and walk away. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I hope that provided a good visual, though. I was getting confused in the back half with the center jacks. Yeah, exactly that. I think what is it like this? I was getting tripped up by that every time. And then I'm not completely sure how this is supposed to go. I guess you're supposed to do the opposite foot from the hold for the first tap. It's like, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do is the main problem. Because sometimes I was just like, and then I think it's because I realized they were bracket taps, or I guess bracket tap switches, but the last foot that hit an arrow was my left foot. So I'm like, oh, I don't want a double step, I'll just bracket tap here, because I know the bracket taps for the first one. And then that kind of threw me off, because I think it's supposed to be bracket and then tap, switch. Yeah. I don't know if that's like... Maybe if you like add an additional mine or two mines like here, or would that make it too cluttered, do you think? Just to make it clearer, I guess, that you're supposed to double step into it. So I think the reason I'm not double stepping is because, like, yeah, one, it will be the same foot, so I'd have to think about that. And two, like, it's already kind of a big motion from here to here. Yeah, I was mostly just like facing decision paralysis with that part. Yeah, I guess the wide foot switches are just like, how funny do you want to be? Because, like, okay, yeah, if you keep them as the down foot switches, then that's probably better, because, like, we all know how we feel about up foot switches, right? And then, like, making them wide up switches makes it even worse. You present a good argument. And yeah, I guess like it also goes back to what I was saying before about like jerky motions that move your torso a bunch. Like with down it'd be like that. But yeah, I guess with up it's not as much. It definitely twists you less, but you have the advantage of having your heel for the down foot switch instead of your toe for the up foot switch. So it's like less prone to held misses on the down, but also it's more uncomfy. Maybe it is just like a pick your poison on double, huh? I've already said my thoughts on inner brackets, so yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know, I guess that's all I could really think to say. At least mostly for just the my thoughts on the bracket taps. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. What's the next one? Mother Trade? Also fair. Well, maybe this is just like because I switched to SRPG. But like this measure counter is not showing up. Or the color content. It's kind of interesting how you did the stream. It was all half double, and like even with that, you managed to iterate on it in like the second half because yeah, there were definitely some what is it? Like brackets that just stayed on their side, but then at the end there were definitely a couple brackets that were like this. I don't necessarily dislike it either. Like it's just challenging to do. Also, I think there were like intentional jacks. Was it during the stream? I forget. Yeah, okay. Also, I'm like honestly kind of a fan of doing jacks at lower speeds like this to change the parity by force without breaking stream. And it does go with the song too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of this one. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I really have anything to say about it. Other than like feedback, this is good. I am also thankful for how infrequent the brackets are. I think it was just the two, right? Like this one and this one. Yeah, that's I don't know. It's up to you. I don't think they're like bad. It's just like the hardest ones in the stream. And they're near the end, so that's makes sense in terms of like difficulty, iteration, and progression. Okay, so this is Stan like all through and through, as far as I know. No streams. I do need a wide stance emote. Maybe I'll just have that as like one of my follower emotes. I don't know. I think low 12, probably. I think low 12 is fair. Like, there are some pretty schmoovy patterns. Like, if it were way more gradual in terms of pad transitioning, it might be an 11. But, like, patterns that make you schmoove. Oh. Patterns that make you wide. What's it gonna do? Oh. I don't know if this is intended or not, but after the first, like, arrowless, I think there was, like, a double step into the next part. So, like, you end over here, and then the next thing is, like, over here in the middle. Like, it's not a big deal because, like, there's so much time between, but I don't know if you're looking to fix that or not. Yeah. All that said, that was fun. I enjoyed the wide. Alright, this is the last 12 I have. I'm just gonna eat shit on this. Yeah. Oh, forget rolls that you forgot rolls make nearby arrows impossible to read. Also, I think near the beginning there's like a weird speed up that like didn't reset properly, it looks like. Or maybe that was intentional. I don't know the 2DX chart. But like here, the scroll is normal, but the speed mod is multiplied by 1 1/3. So like this, basically this entire section is faster than the player's read speed. Here, this is my normal read speed. So this is what I use for the chart, right? And then it stays like this. Yeah, this is... Again, like I said, my thoughts on inner brackets, which I think kind of showed up near the end. Did I read this wrong, by the way? Hold on. I remember getting kind of mixed up here. I think there is something going on. Yeah, okay. So, this whole part is fine. Like, here, we start here. Okay, so now we're here. I think this is questionable, because like here just doing this and then this and then this. But I don't think that's intentional, because like when you get to here, then I don't know if that resolves correctly. Does it? I guess it does, but like... It technically resolves, but you're doing this. Yeah, vertical mirror is probably better, because like then you're doing like this instead of this. But then like also after that you're coming out of that part like here, and then again going over here. And that. And then like now you're back to normal. So I would definitely change specifically this section right here. Like either to a vertical mirror or something else. Yeah, if you vertical mirror like the rest of it, it seems like it's more comfy. I guess the next two measures. Or like if you want to maybe, yeah, I guess the next two measures so that you're not overlapping anything. Okay, you can't use turn mods in practice mode, I guess. But yeah, I would say the vertical mirror just these two measures. So that, like, yeah, now you're not doing an inner bracket, and there's more room for your leg to go behind and do this, as opposed to like your foot is facing inward, putting your leg at a really weird position, and like your torso at a really not ideal angle, and then you're gonna have to do this. Honestly, like, I think if you just avoid, to the best of your ability, using inner brackets, you'll like notice a huge difference. Inner brackets being like this with your right foot, or the opposite with your left foot, like this and this. Literally just these two brackets, try to never use, and I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I guess like, yeah, if you're doing like real sicko shit, then maybe it's not so bad in contrast to the rest of the chart. But yeah, hopefully you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Alright, so that does it for the 12s. It happens. I mean, like, I think there are still things in my full difficulty pack that I missed in terms of, like, speed bond normalization. That's something I probably have to, like, go back and take a look at. And I think there was also last year a submission that had fakes, like fakes for the sake of like fake mind markings, except they missed the decimal point. So instead of like 0.02 seconds of fake time, it was 0.2 seconds. So it like caught the next few notes as well. And I got really confused. But we eventually figured it out on screen. Anyway. So that, yeah, that does it for the 12s. I think I got, how many left? Looks like 7 files left. Fake segments are, I think, in real seconds. Here we go. That seems a little fast. Hold on. Let me check something. No! It starts with a 1.26 scroll multiply. I guess I'm playing a little. We're just talking about this. Oops. Oh, is it? Okay, it's supposed to be normalized. You know what? Fair enough. Whew. Funny ending. That was fun. I don't think there are any crossovers in that, but it was straightforward and stretchy. That song was so good. Yeah, I think the way Bermuda Triangle works is let me see. So the display BPM is 125, and does it go lower than that? It looks like it does. Oh, did you, okay, I think I know what happened. Yeah, Bermuda Triangle does go by the display BPM. So it thought that the max BPM was 125. I think? No. I had this problem as well. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I think I was right. It takes the max BPM of the display BPM. And if there's no display BPM, it obviously just takes the whatever Stepmania spits out. So like, what is that, like 157? Something like that? So it took 157 as the max BPM, as in, use 157 for the normalized scroll rate of 1.0, and then it just worked from there. Yeah, in terms of like feedback, I don't know what I could really say about it. Like, it was just solid. Like, none of the patterning seemed outrageous or like out of place. It just seemed like a solid 13. Well, luckily I have a very good memory of Pluto. If it's anything like the DDR speed changes. Anyway, yeah, I think it turned out really well with just utilizing stretches for sure. Okay, so next we have Dance Party, which I think is just Unbroken 110. Very curious about how this is a 13. Cheese block. True. I probably don't need to read fast for this. good. Oh god. That was violent. Yeah, new number. Not really. Alright, that's halfway. Thank you for the break. How much nutback did I get? Okay. I'm very afraid. Oh boy. I would probably be just happy with a pass. I don't even know the chart. Yeah. It's definitely not a 13. Oh. Oh. God, what was going on with the beginning? Oh, that's so violent. Oh. Yeah, I need a moment after that. I don't know if there's much I can say about it either, except for not a 13. I'm never going to switch shoes. What is it, like 4 more charts to power through? Like, it almost seemed like it flowed, but at what cost, you know? My shoes got auto balanced, which is funny because neither of them are New Balance. Okay. Subside is next. This is a throwback. God, I'm already lost. Fuck. Alright, let's try that again. Regroup. It's so hard to drink. Oh. Owie. Yeah, so what is this? Let's take a look. Oh. These double steps are so mean. This one in particular. What constellation is that mine landing on? I guess 64th. Is there anything else that was weird? I guess like inner bracket moment. This all seemed okay. Oh, this is what caught my attention. I'm not sure if this is like a weird crossover or like, because I think you're supposed to step this 8th note with your left foot, but like the way the hold extends led me to believe that I was supposed to hit with my right foot, and then I wasn't set up properly after that. Yeah. Maybe like if the hold was just removed? Although it does go with the music. That was like the only thing that really caught my eye in terms of like, that's probably not right. The rest is just like, yeah, that's about what I remember of Subside from ECFA. I think it was ECFA. No, we're on the 14s, which we got two. One of them's a Stam 14, and then the other is whatever this is. I'm scared. I'll go back to it after this. The 30-second bursts. Well, we'll see what happens with this. I'll do my best. Ominous beginning. Alright, what's this one gonna do? Oh. Jeez. Thanks. Yeah, the bursting was nice. Like, it could have been meaner for sure. I think the lead up 16ths are like, because I've been playing a bunch of SRPG, they were like more movement intensive than I'm used to lately, but I dealt with it. I'm just trying to think, like, in terms of if you want a progression of pattern difficulty at all. Because I think with the 24s, it's just like, well, let me see. Yeah, I guess like starting on the third iteration, it gives you some candles. Candles and... Oh, okay. No, there's a bracket in the first one. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I'm just glad you didn't make the 30 seconds move. Candles is like, I guess, what we refer to as when, at least in single, when your foot crosses the center panel, so like down to up like this. And the terminology stems from like, for whatever reason, like, say you placed a candle in the center, like on the center panel, you would kick it over if you did that pattern. And that's why it's called a candle. Like, I'm not joking, that's where it came from. But, I mean, it stuck, so... The outro was kind of scary, too. Because, like, I was not in a good position life bar-wise. So that the brackets were kind of, I better hit these. Yeah, that was yeah, that was fun. Really challenging, but it was fair at least. I'm assuming that there's a single equivalent as well. And like the same kind of structure happens. Oh, okay. Interesting. Also a good song. Yeah, thanks for the chart. That was good. And now for Stan, that's actually the exact same BPM. Actually, is there any tech on this? No. Alright, well. Oh. She was starting to come untied. No. Shit. Hope the shoe. Oh yeah, anchors are like brakes on double. At least for me. Thanks. So maybe low 14? Maybe even high 13, but like I would be okay with either one. Yeah, like if it's 14, I would say like baseline 14.0. Also on the topic of stab, I might play a little bit afterward once I stop the logo recording. We'll see. Alright, so last one, we got Pluto. Help. So true. I love how the measure counter just doesn't mean anything. Do 600. That's too many jumps. That's so funny. Blue. I don't know if I could say anything about this, but like, I mean, the parts where it was double tempo, like 200 plus, there was such a difficulty spike. Because, like, you still have 16ths, and 16th step jumps no less. Or like 200 plus. I'm not doing that. Most of the rest of it seemed like doable. The slowdown, like up, up, down, down pattern is very funny. I'll give it to that. I'll give you that. Man, even my knowledge of Pluto just did not help me here. Anyway, I think I'm going to do the credits. So, once again, thanks to everyone who submitted charts. I'll try and get the form out for the next submission period later tonight. Let me just switch scenes to everyone that was involved. There are some very long artist and song credits in here, but I wanted to make sure I got everything in. So you got chart writers on the left, and then you got the songs that were used as well as the artists on the right. And without them, this would not be possible, so thanks to all y'all. Alright, I'm gonna cut the local recording here.